Money isn't everything, it's the bare minimum. Money isn't everything, it's the bare minimum, it's the foundation. It's what separates the ones who give orders from the ones who follow them. It's what separates those who sleep peacefully from those who twist in bed like caged animals. There's no romance in it, no poetry. What there is are bills, food on the table, gas in the tank, and silence. Silence to think, silence to decide. Only money buys that silence, only money gives you the luxury to ignore. The poor man listens to everything, accepts everything, swallows everything. The rich man chooses what he ignores. And that changes everything. Anyone who says money doesn't matter has never had enough of it to feel what true freedom is. Real freedom. The freedom not to do what you don't want to, not to go where you don't need to, not to smile at people you don't respect. The freedom to say no and watch the world keep spinning. Money is the silent force that holds the world together. You can pretend not to see it, but you'll feel it. In your gut, in your sleep, in the weight of tomorrow. You'll feel it when you refuse a request and realize you can't afford the consequences. You'll feel it when you want to leave, but rely on someone else's ride. You'll feel it when you have to swallow your opinion to keep your job. You'll feel it. If you don't learn this early, you'll rot inside a routine that crushes you. You'll wake up out of obligation, work out of fear, come home empty, live off discounts, installments, and the promise of a future that never comes. Work for 30 years to retire into poverty and call it normal. Call it life. Blame politics. Like that's what's chaining you down. But the truth is more brutal. You are your own obstacle. You chose to ignore money. You chose to live as if it wasn't the foundation, and now you're buried under the structure you helped to build. The world doesn't care about your emotions. The world runs on logic, resources, and power. Emotions are distractions, and money is the only thing that converts effort into autonomy. Don't romanticize scarcity. It doesn't make you purer, just weaker. Don't pretend moral superiority because you don't care about money. You care, everyone does. The difference is who accepts this truth early enough to turn it into strategy. The rest live on hope, on luck, on favors, on excuses. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys everything the lack of it steals from you. It buys time, it buys health, it buys protection for the people you love. It buys peace to make decisions without panic. It buys room to fail without collapsing. It buys the power to speak less and be heard more. It buys respect even when you don't ask for it. You might not like this. You might say dignity is about being honest and simple. Sure, but simplicity without choice isn't dignity. It's submission. No one needs luxury. No one needs to show off. But everyone needs structure. And structure costs. It costs time, focus, and sacrifice. It costs saying no to immediate pleasure. It costs resisting the urge to prove you're doing fine. People who spend money to look strong often beg for strength behind closed doors. It's easy to fall into that trap. Society pushes it non-stop: compare, desire, consume. But the game isn't about consuming, it's about control. Controlling your impulses, controlling your time, controlling what comes in and what goes out. If you lose that, you lose everything. Money isn't your enemy, it's your reflection. It shows who you really are, shows if you think long-term or live like a rat chasing crumbs, shows if you prefer stability or just want to look free, shows if you act with reason or emotion. People who understand this stop spending to be accepted, stop buying to distract themselves, stop pretending everything is okay while drowning in debt and anxiety. People who understand this start thinking about what matters, saving enough to never depend, never beg, never stay silent. You don't need to earn a lot. You need to learn how to keep it. You need to learn how to say no. You need to isolate yourself from the pressure to look happy. Most people are broke because they don't know how to refuse. They can't say no to an invitation, to a gadget, to a night of fun. They can't handle silence, so they chase noise to feel alive. And noise is expensive. Silence is free but demands strength. If you can stand being invisible on the outside, you can become unstoppable on the inside. That's the trade. That's what money demands. Sacrifice today, control tomorrow. You won't change your life buying what everyone else buys. You'll change it by rejecting what they call normal. Financial discipline isn't about living like a monk. It's about knowing what matters, knowing what holds you up, knowing what strengthens you. It's about not throwing money away to please people who won't remember your name. It's about realizing that every coin leaving your account is buying more than an item. It's buying a future, and every future you sell for a moment of pleasure is a piece of your freedom thrown in the trash. Weak people spend to impress. Strong people save to be untouchable. The difference is in how many times you've had the guts to say no, while everyone else was saying yes. Don't fall for the myth of easy money. It doesn't exist. What exists is silence, effort, sacrifice, people willing to cut out everything that weakens them, people willing to look cold, distant, even arrogant, just to keep their focus. People who understand no one's coming to rescue them. No one's giving them security. No one's guaranteeing a safe retirement. No one's protecting them from inflation, crisis, or disaster. You either become hard now or you'll break later, and the world won't stop to comfort you. It'll keep moving and crush you if needed. Stop thinking wealth is inheritance. Financial freedom is fantasy. Wealth begins with refusal, with control, with self-respect, with a brutal decision. Stop playing with your own life. No one will respect your words if you don't have a base. No one will care about your ideas if you're living off handouts. No one will take you seriously if your wallet is empty. It sounds cruel, but it's fair, because money is the clearest sign of your ability to carry your own choices, and if you can't carry them, you'll follow someone else's. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, but you do need to win. You need to protect your home. You need to build your own ground. That takes focus. That takes patience. That takes entire weeks of saying no to pleasure and yes to purpose. You'll be judged, misunderstood, mocked. But in the end, they'll all respect you. Because here's the truth. Money gives you time. Time gives you clarity. Clarity gives you power. The rest is illusion. The rest is noise from people who still haven't figured out the rules. If you wake up every day already behind, already owing, already without options, then you're not living, you're surviving. You're asking for permission to exist. And no one who asks for permission is ever truly respected. Money is the language the world listens to. You don't need to scream. You need to accumulate, quietly, relentlessly, until no one can silence you anymore. Until your balance speaks for you. And when that day comes, everything shifts. You shift, not because you're rich, but because you're untouchable, and the world fears what it can't control. That's the game, and only those who play in the dark alone without applause win. Just you, your discipline, and time. Time will test you. Society will call you crazy. Your friends will mock your refusals. But later, when they're tired, in debt, and dependent, you'll still be standing. And you won't need to say a word, because people who win don't argue. They live, they watch, they choose. While others wait, while others obey, while others fall, you don't need much. You need clarity and courage. The rest is just consequence.